Welcome to Cow Corner Podcast. With me, the Dolly Dropper, James Hurl, and the King of the Hoppers, Joss Elliott, for your latest dose of all things Alberbury Cricket Club and Shropshire Cricket League. How do, mon? Welcome to Cow Corner. So, as many of you may know, or not know, Alberbury this year are running a fantasy league competition where, me and James Harrop got together at Casa de Harrop when the children were asleep, and we could Harrop's children, not just the children of the town were asleep, so James and Harrop could me. No, me and Hazza met up, and being the badgers that we are, that we put together the the fantasy rankings.
Well, I tell you, I've got a couple of things to say there. I mean, well done for resurrecting it, because I know we had it 3 years ago maybe. There was a lot of banter, and it was great. It just added something to the season. But it's quite clear that you and Hurley fixed it, arranged it, because, I mean, you're worth 7 million.
Yeah.
How? It's just a joke.
So yeah, being the badgers that we are, we put together like a little spreadsheet which had everyone's stats on it, which we downloaded from Play Cricket, and then we worked out what happened. So just to run you through the rules, each player gets 55 million, and you can pick 11 players, but you can do it in any way. So you can pick 3 batsmen and a load of bowlers, and then 3 all-rounders, or you can pick maximum 3 all-rounders, and then as many bowlers or batsmen as you want, and then 1 wicket keeper. You get runs for hundreds, 50s, 5 wicket hauls, lose points for conceding runs, for scoring a duck, and drop catches. So, it's, you get points also for maidens and for not outs. So what we did was that we then ranked everyone on their stats from last season, on what the points are, and then we kind of got a general idea of who were the best fantasy players, and that's how we worked out the prices.
So I was looking through the bowlers, looking for James Harrop, and he wasn't there.
Yes.
He's an all-rounder. When did that happen?
So yeah, Hazza is an all-rounder, so some may say that he can only really bat 9.
If he's lucky, yeah.
Let's have a look at Hazza's stats. How many runs did Hazza get?
Oh, you're going to prove me wrong now, aren't you?
Hazza, last season, you got 273 runs in 25 games at an average of 13. That's all-rounder worthy.
It probably is at Alberbury.
Well, to be honest, I think 60 of them came in the 2s.
Oh yeah, in one game.
Yeah, in one game. Yeah. Be interested to see what his ones, but no, yeah, it's the fantasy goes across all formats. Yeah. So first 11, second 11, third 11, and midweek. So obviously, depending on who's playing the most games,
yeah,
they're going to be worth more. So,
and I mean, looking at that, you've got your obvious candidates. Mark Jones I think he's the only one worth 10 million.
Yeah,
and rightly so, because he's just a run machine. Mikey Corshaw and Sam Morris, I think, are the next highest at 8.5 million.
8.5, yeah, 8.5 each. And
that's probably about right as well.
And then you've got Andy Holloway, 8 mil who's the highest of the bowlers. So yeah, it looks about right, really. I think once we'd done the process, what we then did, we gave everyone a general kind of price, and then we tried to build our own teams, and then we realised that we'd grossly overvalued everyone, and we realised that we had to knock everyone's value down by 1 million or so. So if you are ranked 5.5, if you were 5.5, yeah. So it did start that Mikey Corshaw was about 9 million and Zen was 8.5 and so on. But then we had to knock them down. But no, when it comes to mine and Hazard's, we actually... Hazard was the person who decided how much I was worth and I decided how much he was worth. Now, obviously, sat in the same room as the other person, it is quite hard to tell the other person that you think they're actually worth 3 million. But...
Well, I think I'm vastly overpriced, to be honest. 5.5. I'm worth more than Jordan Zaza. That's a joke.
Hey, good value. But, Jordan Zaza, 5 million.
Especially since I never play.
Absolute steal. Absolute steal. It'd be... so I've written down some bargain buys. Some people I think if you are looking to do your fantasy. So if you are looking to do the fantasy, it's just going to be £10 entry and the winner gets a little cash prize or something, whatever we can work out. And all the other money is going to the club, so it's well worth getting involved. And there's loads of banter and chat. You don't have to be involved with Alberbury Cricket Club to join. It would be great to have you all in. If you're interested, we will be each week keeping tabs on what's going down and do a little segment on who's doing well, what's going on. And again, if you want to get involved and have your say, and if you think anyone's vastly overpriced, let us know.
I think James Hill's vastly overpriced.
Bargain buys. I think that Bob Davis, so I've started off with Bob Davis. So Bob Davis is a 13 player, father to wonder kids, as they'd be called in Football Manager, Guy Davis and Ted Davis. Only 4 million. Plays every game for the Threes. Bit of an all-rounder, but he's down here as a bowler. Gets runs, gets wickets consistently. I think he could be a steal at 4 million.
I mean, my first pick as a bargain is Tom Butler. 5 million, but if he has a season like last year...
Yeah, he was outstanding at the end of last season. And
he's really coming on.
You know what it's like with these kids as well, they're always growing, so he's going to be stronger, fitter, faster.
Yeah. He's going to be number one on my team list, I think.
He could be, it could be an absolute bargain. I've also gone for Hughesy. Now, Hughesy at 4 million.
Hughesy McElroy.
Yeah, Hughesy McElroy. Tiger Hughes. If he can stay off the links and stay, I can't really think of any good link for that. But if anyone can think of any good links for Hughesy and his golfing exploits this year, feel free to send them in. But yeah, if he could stay off the golf course and get on the strip and get some good runs, then I think it's steal at 4 million, really.
Cricketer. Another one I've got is Preston Fletcher, who's 4.5 million. I mean, he plays pretty much every single game. He always gets wickets. I think the only question mark will be over what he's doing on Saturdays, because
he may be.
It's a separate discussion about what we're doing about first team umpiring.
He may be first team umpire. He may be.
And if he is, then he won't be playing Saturdays. So we don't know. But if he's going to play for a team every week, then 4.5 million is an absolute bargain, I think.
So I think the main thing that we've got to say here is that if he is umpire on a Saturday, if you do pick Preston Fletcher, send your letters to Alison at the Fletcher household and persuade her that it's okay for Preston to umpire on a Saturday and play cricket on Sunday. And he's an absolute bargain. And like we brought up, Jordan Zaza, 5 million. Now, he's no longer at Shrewsbury School and he's not on his jollies. So if he plays consistently for the ones in midweek, he could be an absolute steal because he is an absolute Rolls Royce of a player.
He is. Properly coached, yeah.
Fantastic. And this nicely moves. Oh, actually, one last one. Paul Jones, 2 million. 2 million.
Paul could be good.
It's absolute steal at 2 million. He'll play, 2.5. He'll play mostly every game and he's a good trier.
No question his commitment, yeah, absolutely.
And starting off with the rip-offs, Corby, 5 million. Corby, 5 million?
Oof. Not sure there's a decimal point in the wrong place, is there?
He's up there with Tom Butler and Ed Roberts. I don't know. Interesting. Third of the people have selected him now. So, Corby, the club backs you. First 11
Well,
cricket next
I
year.
hope he proves me wrong.
I do
really
as
hope he
well.
proves me wrong.
And closely underneath him, 4.5 million, Mr. James Lee.
How's that happened? How's that actually happened?
8%.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I want to leave James alone this podcast because we ripped into him last time. But 4.5 million, you're having a laugh. And I see we've got the stats in front of us here. 8% of the people have picked him. That is, I think there's 12 teams so far, isn't there?
Yeah, 12 teams have been
that's
selected.
1/12 is 8%. My guess is that James Lee has got a team in and has picked James Lee. That's the only way that could have happened. Because you're not paying 4.5 million for that.
James Lee, I do. The first thing we've got like a little cheat sheet here, and the main thing is it says don't pick on James Lee, and I'm very sorry, mate. We have.
Can I just say, James, you know I'm joking. And he sent me a WhatsApp message after the last podcast, and I did sort of apologise because I'm only joking. Love you to death, James. Good luck this season.
You know you've made it when you get ripped on the podcast. Basically, it's quite an honour, really. But 4.5 for Jimmy Lee. Another one who we tend to take the mick out of a lot, but it seems to work. Charlie Bourne, 7.5 million.
Prove us wrong, Charlie. Prove us wrong.
But
prove us right, I suppose.
prove us right, yeah. 7.5 million, and hopefully he can put it together this year and get his form where we all know it can be.
Was it 2 years ago? His first 5 games, he scored 50s.
Yeah. So he has got it in him,
He can
and
absolutely do it. Yeah.
we all
He's
hope.
played on some good tracks this year as well. So
Yeah, and
good luck to him.
Nick Williams at 5 million. If you want to gamble on whether Nick's going to play any cricket this season.
Just even if he's playing, it's still a gamble.
And so if you want to, go to alberbury.fantasyclubcricket.co.uk and you can set up your team there. But final one, I'm not quite sure whether this person is a bargain or a rip-off. 4.5 million for James Bird. James Bird, 4.5 million. Is he a rip-off? Is he a bargain? I'm not quite sure.
Well, what sort of season did he have last year?
Well, 8 wickets. 8 wickets for your opening bowler. Is he worth the gamble? Will he pull it together for the ones this year? Will he find himself in the 2s? A lot of competition this year.
Indeed. I'd be inclined to have James Bird in my team for 4.5 million, I think. Probably.
Yeah, it could be. He could. Yeah, it's why we don't quite know. Is he a bargain? Is he a rip-off?
He's as good as James Lee, according to our fantasy league.
Wow, yeah. Let us know in the comments below, and let us know what your thoughts are on that. So, yeah, our bankers. Who have you gone for?
Mark Jones, every day of the week. I know he's 10 million, but he's going to get your points.
Yeah, I've got Mark Jones as my captain actually in my team. I think guaranteed runs. But if we look outside Mark Jones, I think I've gone for a man who got 31 wickets last year, 10 maidens, and 200 plus runs.
Oh, let me guess.
Not James Harrop.
Steve Jarrett.
Steve Jarrett. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
Proper all-rounder stats there. 31 wickets, 10 maidens, 200 plus runs. Gonna play the majority of games. The Rotter.
Yeah.
The man who's at the moment.
And you're going to have some whose commitments have changed this year. I mean, like the Davis lads, I'm not sure what they're doing this year.
It'll be interesting. Hopefully we
if
get
they're
them
playing
as much.
every game,
Yeah,
they're going to be a steal.
they are going to be a steal. And Lawrence Fletcher, see how much he's back from university.
Yeah.
Keeley, not Keeley, Lara, see how much she's playing for county this year.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting. Tommy Haig.
Tommy Hayes got an injury at the moment, but hopefully he'll recover. Yeah.
Which Owen Roberts will we see this season? That's another one. Lewis Todd, how will he perform this year? That'll be his second season for the club. And Ed Dale, he's grown an extra 2 foot in off-season.
Yeah. And we've got some new boys as well that you don't really know. We've seen them at one net, perhaps. Is it James Dakins joined the club?
We've got James Dakin who's joined the club
had
from
one net.
Market Drayton, and we've got Derek Caslin, who's top order but can turn his arm over. He looks to be quite tidy. Scored scored a couple of hundreds against us, I hear, and one of them against Preston Fletcher. So
What, all 100? All 100 runs were against Preston?
all of the 100 runs were scored against
son.
Preston. He blocked everyone else out. But no, yeah. So each week we'll be doing a roundup. Let us know who you think your bargains and rip-offs are. Who are your bankers and who are your team? Let us know and share it below.